Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be sharing you the 5 lessons that I learned from the book IKIGAI. So I read this book in the previous vlog. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But if you have seen that, you know what to do. First step is to actually read this book. And if you're still not convinced that you should read this book, consider watching this video, and maybe after watching the video you'll probably want to read it, because this book has some life-changing advice for you. I mean, if you really want to live longer, which I know you do, this book has it all. So here's the book. I'd highly recommend you go read this. I mean, obviously this is not a sponsor, you know. I promote reading and I prioritize reading, I promote reading, I read, and I highly encourage you to read as well. So without further ado, let's get started.
And think that there's no more fairy tales, just waking up at night in a cold hard sweat that kills me. No more.
It is actually recommended that you stop when you're 80% done with eating. People of Okinawa actually practice this rule. Now you might be wondering, who are the people of Okinawa? Well, they are the people who are known for living long lives. I'm talking 100+, baby. Statistics say that for every 100,000 people who live in Okinawa, 24.55 people are above 100 years of age, which equals to 0.0245%. Now, if we talk about the global average of the people who live above 100, that is just 0.0063%. Right, fact check. People who live above the age of 100 years are known as centenarians. Alright, so here's a hack. If you actually want to try out this 80% rule, what you can do is, since there is no other way to find out if you're 80% done, what you can do is at the beginning, like I eat 4 chapatis, so these are just 3.5. So you can cut down your meal in the beginning itself, so that you don't have to waste food later on. You know, you don't have to leave it. So this is a hack. Alright guys, I'm done with the meal. It felt pretty light. Just kidding. But yeah, small improvements help achieve goals faster. Alright guys, so here's the thing. This pastry over here has been looking at me for so long. I'm not looking at it. This is looking at me. But the thing is, I'm very tempted to grab this with my hand, put it in my mouth, and destroy it. But probably not gonna do it, because when I eat it, I'll get instant pleasure. But what I'm rooting for is happiness in the long run. So probably today, it's a no for me, dog. Alright, so what I'm gonna say right now would be actually hard for you to believe, but trust me, that is actually true. It's written in the book, and what it is that there are certain words which are linked to your body parts, which when pronounced have a positive impact on them. Yeah, it's a little weird, but true. This terminology was given by a person named Sun Simio. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. And what it does is that it takes your movement, it takes your breathing and the pronunciation of these words and combines them together with an ultimate goal to provide you with inner peace. So let's pronounce these words together, because it's literally, you can watch this video and pronounce it with me. So let's do this activity together and reap its benefits. Okay, so the word is sh. It is associated with the liver. Her. It is associated with the heart. Sir. It is associated with the lungs. Chui. It's linked with your kidneys. Hu. It's connected with your spleen. And the last word is she, and it connects the whole body together. I hope you did this activity. If you did, well, very good. Let's reap its benefits together. So let's end this segment. A simple activity, yeah? Alright, progressing forward. First off, the elephant in the room is that, yeah, I cut my hair and my beard is also growing. So yeah, the look has changed, but the concept that I'm going to tell you has not. So here's the thing. The neurons which are present in our body. So for those of you who don't know what neurons are, they're actually nerve cells which send messages to different parts of your body. So all those vital functions that you do, like breathing, walking, simply like moving your hand, closing your eyes, they're all connected, and neurons are responsible for sending the messages to all parts of the body. Now what happens is, since you age, our neurons starts to age also. So when you're like in your 20s, our neurons also start to age, literally in your 20s. So what we can do is we can slow down this process, and how we can do that is just by having a simple desire to learn something new, interacting with friends, playing games. There are so many games, like doing a physical activity, doing intellectual things like playing chess, Sudoku, solving a Rubik's Cube, playing guitar, playing piano. Just so many things you can do just to keep your mind busy. The more busy you are, the better it is for your brain, because your brain is occupied with newer and newer stuff. It does not feel bored and empty. So that is pretty important that you keep yourself engrossed in different activities. And yeah, I've got some clips now of myself playing with my friends. We went out and played football, and we invented like a new game called target practicing. I did pretty good, so enjoy the clips.
Oh, is anything here that real? Oh, empty, but it's all I feel. I'm a ghost, haunting all these halls, walking through the walls. Do I really have to go and say that it's my fault?
Well, have you ever wondered how easy it is to do the things that you love? Let's take for example that you love cooking. Now, when you're in the kitchen, in your apron, and you're cutting vegetables, you're putting oil in the pan, you just don't hear things that are happening outside the kitchen. You're locked in. You don't hear the birds chirping, the dog barking, people speaking, none of that stuff. All you listen to is your heart saying, I love it, bro. Now, on the other hand, let's take for example something that you don't love, be it taking lectures of college or school. So when you're doing that, you're like, man, please, time, fast forward yourself, please. Comment down below if you have the same feeling. So it's like the complete opposites. Like one thing, you're just too good that you just don't hear anything else, and the other thing, you just suck at it, or you just don't like it that much that you just want time to pass by. So Einstein put it the best way. Put your hand on a hot stove for 5 minutes and it's gonna feel like an hour, and sit with a pretty girl for 5 minutes and it seems like 1 hour. So the way I'm gonna conclude this video is that I'm gonna give you 3 tips that will help you achieve your flow faster and easier. So tip number 1 would be choose a difficult task, but mind it should not be too difficult for you to do. Don't pick up like rocket science and start studying it. No, start slowly, progress forward, And why I'm telling you this is because humans love to challenge themselves. So getting a little bit out of your comfort zone would be a great challenge to your mind and would be a great challenge for your heart as well, because they're gonna have to push themselves to do that. Tip number 2 is have a clear and a concrete objective. Now say for example, you're playing a game of tennis with somebody. Let's say it is your brother that you're playing with. Now, when the scores are really tied in, let's say the winning point is 11 and you're tied in at 10 and 10. You're gonna give it your best. I mean, nobody in this world can ever stop you from getting in that one point. You're gonna give it your all because it's just that one point that matters. So you're gonna be in the state of flow. You would reject all the negative things. You would reject all the disturbances coming from the outside world, and all you would do is try to focus on that one point you can get. So tip number 3 would be concentrate on a single task. Please don't multitask things. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Back in the days, I used to play Fortnite with a good friend of mine, and we used to be playing it like for 4 or 5 hours straight. It was usually nighttime, and he was a pretty good player. We used to play duos. If you know, you know. So what used to happen was that at some point at the night while we were playing Fortnite, his game used to be interrupted. And by interrupted, I mean get worse. I mean, I knew his skills and abilities in the game, but that was not up to that level at a certain time. Why? Because he was texting with his girlfriend. And, you know, he was just doing 2 things at the same time, playing Fortnite with me and texting with his girlfriend. I immediately knew that, yeah, something's fishy. And I used to tell him, bro, come on, you can talk with her later. Isn't it right? So that's what I'm trying to say. If you focus on one thing at a particular time, you're going to have to put in all of your efforts and attention into that one thing. But on the other hand, if you're going to divert it into 2 different things, your brain would be thinking about the other one and doing the other one, and vice versa. Well, that is just 3 simple tips that can help you achieve your state of flow. Anyways, let's end this video. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful, and share it to as many people as possible, and don't forget to subscribe and like to this video, and I'll be posting more and more videos in the future for sure, so stay tuned. Bye.